And hello everybody, welcome back. Been a little while. And today, as promised, we're going to be driving a Class 37. That's correct, not this pacer that you see on the left here, but this cement hauling Class 37. As you can see, it's quite a long rake. If we have a look at the head, let's take a walk up to the top, and we're double headed by these two gorgeous Class 37s. So, there you go, all ready. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Right, hello then everybody. So let's make sure we've got everything switched on here that we need to have switched on. The AWS and the changeover lever, which is a nice, oh god, that goes through me every time. While we're here, let's get the headlight on. Let's get the master key, which is very nicely hidden between these levers, and I can't quite get hold of it. The Xbox is so sensitive, I can't get to it. There we go, master key. Right, so the master key is on. Let's get the loco brake on so that I don't make any balls ups of anything. And let's get some lights on. Route indicator we'll have on, tail lights we don't, instrument light on. Interiors don't really need, I don't think, on this one. And what else do we need here? Let's get this into forward, and let's charge our brakes. I think we're more or less ready to go in about 15 seconds. Do you know what? I've suddenly had this complete blankness as to how to drive it, because I've been driving that Class 87 for some time now. Right, so we're ready to go. So let's just get the throttle in its first position and start pulling away. Yes, and we're off. So we've got a 25 mile an hour speed limit coming up, so we don't want to be too disillusioned by the 35. So what time of day is it? So it's 5 o'clock, might as well say. What have we got coming in on the left here? Is that a 40, 42, 45? Or 40, I think, sorry. Right, we can start picking up some speed here. Got Class 101 over there. Maybe I should drive that one on our next ride out. Ooh, we're speeding already. I'm not focusing properly today. Well, it's taking some time to slow down. Mind you, we got all that weight. Yeah, so I hope you've been having a good festive break. I've recorded this in December 24 during the Christmas break. And I did intend to make some videos earlier on, but Christmas kind of got in the way. Have to turn the speakers down in my not microphone, in my headphones. It's really too loud. So we're at full throttle now, and we're pulling these cement wagons. Quite a long rake-ish. I have seen longer. I haven't seen them much longer in this though yet. I think the freight liners are quite long. Too many trees on this side. There we go. Nice better shot, I suppose. Well, at least we don't have to worry about the whiteboards and the blackboards in this one. The neutral zones. We can just trundle along at a pace that's not going to match anywhere near the 87. I think 60 is our maximum on this. And it's about an hour and a half journey up to Carlisle, up and down goods. Now, judging by the trees, I must have left this set in June, which I'm quite glad about really, because with all the winter outside at the present time, and the feelings of Christmas and everything, I thought it'd be nice to just do something to look forward to, the springtime, have a little bit of spring in the air. Not that I'm against snow or anything, I've got no objections to snow. Mind you, I have in some ways, because where I live on a hill, and when it snows, you're pretty much snowed in, and can be for days, unless you really want to go ice skating in your car, then fine. I've just knocked the power off. So we're just gliding along now, or coasting I should say. I'll probably come up with my own terminology as this game progresses. Yeah, so if you want to be able to drive this Class 37, you need to have the Tees Valley route. I think I'm saying, yes, Tees Valley route. And I can't remember if this was a separate add-on also to the Tees Valley route. I can't remember without looking now, and I haven't got any sources in front of me to double check. But yeah, that's where this loco comes from. So if you're looking around and thinking, why isn't the Class 37 included in my version? Well, it's because you need those particular add-ons. So I'm just adding some throttle here because we are dropping down. So we've got all our controls here. I think, is that the horn? Yeah. It is nice to have a bit of horn, isn't it? Oh dear. So we've just hit the maximum speed limit, so we just need to knock our throttle off. And I'm actually, I think we might just put a little bit of brake in here, because we are going downhill. When I said a little bit, that was literally just a little bit. Yeah, we've just got it down a notch. Yeah, this recording is actually live, so my commentary is live at the time of actually driving this train, whereas in my last two videos, if you watch them about my guide to where to locate your neutral zones, I recorded the commentary separately because I needed to put some visuals on the screen, and that was the easiest way of doing it. So it's nice to be back and talk as we play it, although I've got used to doing it that way now. Right, this field on the left here is my first clue to know that there's a black marker board coming up, and so is this concrete block. And if I miss that concrete block, there's this other, well, whatever they are, they look like concrete blocks anyway. That's what I've been referring to them in the last couple of games. They remind me that somewhere along the line here, a little bit further up, we should see a black marker board, which we really do not need to worry about at all because we're driving this diesel. But I deliberately keep an eye out for them, even when I'm playing one of the other locos that don't rely on the overheads. Is this it here? I think it is, yeah. So that would mean now that we're 1 mile away from the next white marker board. I'm sure if you watched my previous videos, you've heard enough about them. I certainly have. But I just thought I'd point that out. Right, we're going uphill. I need to sort of balance my throttle here a bit, save having to keep adding and subtracting throttle. So where am I at now? I think that's about 93% throttle. 89. So will that hold it at this speed? Just take it down a little notch. 6S83. Right, here's the white neutral zone. So if you haven't knocked off your power at this stage, if you're in the class 87, and you're in big trouble, whereas I'm in speeding trouble here. I don't think going a mile or two over creates too many problems, back in those days anyway. I don't think it does today neither. I think I've mentioned that before. I'd asked a real train driver and he said if you made a habit of it, it would be. So let's have another peek outside. Have a look at it in its full glory without any of the on-screen graphics. Oh, we've gone under the map. Oh dear. Right, that's better. I don't know how I managed that. That looks awesome, does it not? When we're not being interrupted by trees. But I love how the shadows are on the trees, and you know, the attention to detail is pretty good going, isn't it? Thing is, now we could be speeding and I don't know it. Oh, that's just awesome. Oh, forgotten how to get my there we are. Oh no, we've dropped a bit of speed, so ooh, a bit of thrash there. Yeah, let's thrash it. Which seems to be coming out of the well, looked like it was coming out of the second engine, the second loco more than the first. So we're going downhill. But notice how long it takes for it to pick up speed, even though we're going downhill. I think we can take off the throttle a bit now. So we're just coasting. Must be coming up to a signal. Just heard the bell go there. I should have played this one without this signal aspect shown, shouldn't I? So I could make it a little bit more challenging. I will do that on one of the others, maybe when we come to do the class 47 or something. I could have done it on this one. I could turn them off now, but I'm just having a pleasant, festive drive today. Yeah, so it's really worth getting the add-ons, particularly if you are a BR Blue fan. You'd be mad not to, really. When I say the add-ons, the previous releases such as the Tees Valley and the Trans-Pennine route. Trans-Pennine route, by the way, is a good route to go and practice stopping and starting with the Class 101, which I made a video about, which you can take a look at if you're struggling with that. It's not a tutorial as such, but it's more of a kind of a guidance video to help you get familiar with the train, really. And yeah, but the Trans-Pennine route has a lot of stops, quite a few stations to stop at, and you've got various ascents and descents, so I think that is a really good place to learn the Class 101. So we're going uphill here. I have got some revs on, I'm not sure how much, it's about 75. So, if you've come straight from the Class 87 and boarded Class 37, you notice a dramatic difference in speed. In fact, I was just having a quick go on the Class 101, and that's where it was really noticeable, because the top speed on that is 70 miles an hour. And you did notice a massive difference on how powerful that Class 87 really is in terms of achieving its speed levels. At times it felt like it was going faster than the Pendolino on the West Coast Main Line. Sorry, you can't really see the dials here very well. If I look at the dials too much, then you don't see much about what's going on outside. I can't pull myself any further back in the seat neither, so apologies if I'll try and look down towards the controls when I'm using them. Easier said than done though. So we've got 11 miles to our destination. Which sounds relatively close, doesn't it, really? I think we might have to wait somewhere for a while, for about 20 minutes if I remember correctly, because I have played this route before, this particular journey I mean. And I thought, oh, this would be a good one to actually show. If it is the one, because I have played all of the Class 37 timetable Class 37 journeys now. And I'm pretty certain it was this one. I just love the sounds of the Class 37, and they're done really well in the game, I feel. I mean, I know there's experts out there whose hearing is just so in tune with every single locomotive out there, and they can very easily catch any sound engineer out if they've tried to fiddle with the sound in some way or another. I mean, there's so many things that the developers have to sort of bring together. I think we sometimes don't really realise the amount of work and time that goes into, you know, such as the sound of the locomotives for a start, you know. Oh, it looks lovely out there, doesn't it? I just wish I could really just step out of the door into spring or summertime. I think this is June. So we must have a couple of loops here for the slower train, so we're not stopping there, then we're carrying on. So we got a yellow aspect coming up. Oh, Well, we did. As you can see, like when I was driving the 87, I tend to keep the speed limit 1 mile an hour to 2 miles an hour below the actual maximum speed limit, because it kind of just gives me something to play with a little bit. In case it just... what's this we got here? This is 47 with some oil. Look at that. Lovely. We used to have quite a lot of them coming through near where I live. I live near Holywell in North Wales, and there used to be a factory called Coltall's, and I'm not quite sure. They must have used oil for some part of the processes of whatever they did there. Do you know what, to this day I don't really know. They were like a textile company of sorts. And my Tide, which is Welsh for grandfather, used to drive one of the shunters, so once the oil tanks were dropped off, I think he was assistant driver. He would, I think he drove it as well. He would be involved then in the shunting, overspeeding here. Can't seem to knock this 1 mile an hour off. We're picking up speed, if anything. Oh my god. Why aren't we losing... Wow. I had to apply quite a bit of brake there. I don't remember that happening the first time. Can't remember what station we're at. What station we're at? Photo mode. Lancaster. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that looks nice. So if I remember correctly, got another neutral zone, comes up just after Lancaster. Pace coming the other way. We don't have to worry about those neutral zones, like I said. Seems to be a bit of lag today. So we're just starting to reach our maximum speed limit. Now if I remember, the black mark boards are just by, after the, yeah, see these two pylons here, so there's one coming up. There it is. And I've broke the speed limit again. I'm going to leave the brakes on this time. Wow, I'm going to have to give it some more welly. I think I'm going to have to be a little bit more cautious when it comes to our manoeuvres lately. So that's siding down the left there, can't remember where it goes now, but that's another marker to let you know that the white board's coming up soon. I'm obsessed with those boards. I've been dreaming about them. Oh dear. Shut up, Dave. Everybody be switching off. There it is, there's the whiteboard. Just gone through the zone. So we're stopping in 3 miles, so we need to be keeping an eye on things here now. Got a nice misty coast out there. Wow, look at that, eh? Isn't that lovely? Nice, lovely, tranquil day. That sea looks so inviting. Beautiful. You can even hear the birds. Okay, so we've got a yellow coming up and we're speeding again. So we should knock the speed down now, because in theory we really don't know what's happening, do we? So we need to make sure we bring the speed down on this. In fact, I might add a little bit more brake there. I like to get it down to at least into the 30s. Probably too much. Didn't really want to knock it down as far as 30. I forgot that when you're recharging the brakes, it's still kind of using braking power. I only really wanted to get it down to 30 minimum, to be honest with you. But better than speeding, I suppose. Can't really see this signal. It's a good job you have those alarms. So it looks like we're going to have to stop in a mile's time. So I've just applied 2 brake applications. And we've got a Class 101 coming towards us. I'm going to take that brake back off now. I can't see the red light with my naked eye yet. But we haven't gone over the buzzer neither. But as the driver, I would know that there's a 15 coming up, so we must be changing points somewhere along here. Doing too badly on time, but we need to get a crack on here, don't we? I'm just guessing if that's the red light in front of me. Still can't see it. but we still haven't been over the... I can see the magnet now. And I can see the red now, so we need to get this ready to stop. Oh, it's just changed, as it always does, so that's good. Because we haven't lost all of our power, but we still need to knock down to 15. We'll just take the throttle off completely. And I've started to get into the habit of applying 2 brake applications, going by my earlier braking situation. We got it down to 15. And we're going to be stopping very soon as well. 600 yards. Yeah, I think we have to stop here for a bit. But it's not how I remember it, so... Just add a little bit of throttle, eh? So what have we got? Is that a class 40 over there? I was getting that mixed up before, wasn't I? I was calling it a 42 or 45. And it's actually a class 40, isn't it? But I'm self-doubting myself now. We got this red light coming up. Yes, it's a 40. Thank God for that. Right. Right, so I'm just messing about with the brakes here now. That should do it. Okay, so objective complete. Let's get this brake on. And recharge the train brake. Am I right in saying that? Yeah, that's the loco and that's the train brake. Okay. Yeah, so how long would meeting? Maybe we are meeting people, I don't know, but we seem to be going to be waiting here for some time. And this was not the place where... let's just go and have a look outside anyway. I think this might be where I stopped. Because wasn't there a road that went up over there? I need to change my camera so we can go exploring a bit more. Let's just get back inside. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, photograph, isn't that? This allows us to explore around and have a good look around. These Class 40s look very similar to the Class 37s, only they've got more wheels. I think that is the main distinctive feature, so they're a little bit longer as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many have we got? I could be completely wrong. No, I was right. It's just 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So that's one of the main. That's probably going to be the most. And my phone has to go off in the middle of me recording. And now my dog's going to start barking because every time the phone goes, he wants to know who it is. It's a good job I'm not driving, isn't it? Shush, dog. Right. So we're not driving that one. So what I did last time, I think I went for a bit of a wander up here, but it seemed to be in a more of a countryside type of area, so this wasn't it. Don't know how far it'll let you go off map. Just as far as here. Obviously, the further away you go from... Oh, it's let me through. Oh, wow. Well, I can't tell you anything about the historical elements about this place. Because I know nothing of it at all. So if anybody is in the comments and wants to explain where we are, what this is about, then go ahead. That's a lovely view, isn't it? So what else have we got here? So we got some coal wagons. We got a few hoppers here as well. These come from the Tees Valley line. So I don't think they'll spawn in without those. So it's that kind of thing you're kind of like missing out on. I can hear a Class 47 in my right ear, I think, somewhere behind me. Where is it? Hiding over here somewhere. Yes. So I'm not quite sure what you call those, but they look quite neat. What's that say? Cargo doors closed. Oh, so you can open those cargo doors, can you? Ooh. Oh dear. Can't get them back to... Oh dear. You must have to be on ground level to actually lift them back up. Okay, let's move on swiftly, and there's nothing in them, so I'm not going to destroy anything, am I? What station are we at here? Can't find a station label. Was that one there I just passed? Canov. Right, we've only got 1 minute to wait. Maybe that's the end of the journey. Oh no, we've got a few minutes left yet. I was looking at the wrong clock. It said wait for 1 minute. yeah, in sort of like North Wales and Yorkshire, and you know, in these areas that tend to get this kind of building design. That seems to be quite common. I love it that there's little cars in it. I hope I haven't scoopered things now that I've opened that door. Is it still open? It's down here somewhere, wasn't it? Yeah, it's still open. There's no way I can close it then. I feel really bad now. But there's no way of closing it. Oh dear. Can I tell the train driver? Yeah, can you go and sort out the one of the cargo doors is open. It might flap in the wind as you're going along. Okay. Maybe we should have just stayed in the cab. I thought I was too dangerous inside the cab. This is a nice little single line here going to somewhere, isn't it? Is it just a siding? Oh, I can hear something. It's an 87. Wow. Very nice. Maybe that's who we were waiting for to pass us. So I don't know what this is here, but obviously it's used for filling. Maybe it's used for coal. I'm not really sure. Can't really make out. It just seems so high though, this. Seems a bit of a high drop, but saying that, if we have a look underneath here, oh, there's nothing underneath there. Oh yeah, there is. There's these little holes. So they must fill in through there with the coal. So how do they fill that with coal then? And we have some kind of similar contraption here. Again, someone will have to tell me. Maybe they have. I don't know. I'm just going to be guessing. I'm assuming this is some kind of water tower. I'm 99% certain this is a water tower of some sort, because I've seen them in the middle of the countryside in some cases. Maybe this was for the days of steam, whether it's still used in the BR era for some reason or another, I don't know. But it's still got water in it. See, I told you, didn't I? Thank God for that. Yeah. So how long are we doing? We're a couple of minutes away. That looked like a tent there. Some tarpaulin covering something up. This looks like a bit of asbestos. It is, isn't it? So we better keep away from the asbestos. I love exploring these little places. But the one I found the most interesting, but it must have been on the part 2 to this, because this is in 2 parts. Each part is an hour and a half long. So maybe it's in the second part. Right. Shall we get back in the cab? Did we put that? Yes, we put it on. And we released the brakes. We're in forward. So let's get ready. Yeah, so this was the is this what we've been waiting for to pass us? I'm really worried about that door I've left open. It's still open, look. But fair play, at least it's consistent. Right, okay then. So we can go. Can we? No, we're still on red here. Right, we got green, okay. So let's have a little bit of, let's get the throttle on. And we've got a speed limit of 15 miles an hour for the time being. To knock our throttle down off even. I think we need to apply a little bit of brake. I'm feeling like we're picking up a bit of speed here. So we've got 17 miles to go. This feels like where we should have a bit of horn, eh? We all like a bit of horn. Right, are we can pick up speed. Make sure we don't bust the engine though. Seem to be okay. So we must have a bit of thrash going on there. Can't see it very well though in this bit of clag, bit of thrash. Can't see it in this light, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. So even, I mean, we're going downhill and it takes some time to pull these cement wagons. They must be pretty full. 16 miles. So, why do I like the Class 37? It's just got this growly, I've said many times before, this growly, beastie feel to it. It feels alive, much more than most of the other locos. It's just feels so raw. I mean, what's so disappointing is that we can't actually, you know, go into the engine compartment like we can in the Class 87, and I would just love that to happen. I'm sure it'll happen one day. Sorry about my dogs barking. Don't really want to have to pause the game really to see whatever it is. Perhaps the house is on fire or something, I don't know. Or it must be near his tea time, that it is half an hour away from his tea. So we got full throttle on. 15 miles to go. I've been toying with the idea of whether to do 1 or 2 train journeys in the dark. Problem is with that is it doesn't show up very well on the screen as a viewer really, unless you were watching it in a dark room. It would, and on a bigger screen you'd be able to pick more out from it then. Never say never. I'd like to do one, maybe when it's a full moon type of evening with fog. That would be quite a nice fog-like look. Because when I have driven in the evening, it's really good fun. Particularly, it's so easy to see the signals as well at night time. Which I think a lot of real train drivers do tend to say. In some ways it's kind of easier to drive at night because you can see the signals much more clearly. We've missed a little bit of detail back there, those workmen. We're not going to get back there now, but those workmen on the side of the line, I like that kind of detail. Brakes aren't on, are they? That is fully off. Yeah. Seems to be picking up a little bit of speed now. Take some throttle off. Take a bit more off. In fact, I might take it right down. And I'm even going to put a little bit of brake on. Well, 2 applications, because 1 application doesn't seem to have any effect on this cement run. found the sweet spot? No, I need to take it down a bit more. Maybe a bit more even. In fact, I'm going to take all the throttle off and just coast it along as you're meant to. Wow. See, with it just idling along, the noise of it is impressive. And of course, once you start building some throttle in, got any thrash there? There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Banking there, isn't it? That's a nice banking shot. So, have any of you bought this for Christmas as a Christmas treat, or has someone treated it to you? How are you finding it? Are you completely new to Train Sim World, or are you experienced? Do you originate from the classic version of Train Simulator? I've never played that. I didn't even know of its existence. I believe it's still very popular and it's still developed and enhanced. It just uses a different engine from what is used in this train simulator. It's called Train Sim World, which enables the developers to do a lot more. Shush, dog. I don't think that's going to work. So we've got 8 miles to go. Shouldn't take us too long. My dog's just deliberately walked all over the cables which are running from my laptop on my microphone. He's not happy. And I'm not happy neither. Alright, just knocking off the power. We've just gone through a, yes, you guessed it, a black marker board for a neutral zone that's coming up shortly. Not quite sure what that one was for. It must be for Oxenholme. Here we go. Yeah, I haven't played it much over the Christmas break because I've been out enjoying myself and obviously having a drink here and there or whatever, and when you're feeling a bit too tired, it's very difficult to quite concentrate on the drive as it would if you were driving a car or anything else, really. Feeling we might have to stop again soon. It's a while ago since I've driven this journey, but judging that we've only got 5 miles, but we're expected at 1823, suggests to me that we might have some more waiting involved. I don't know, or maybe there's a little bit we've got to do around there when we do eventually get there. My dog definitely knows it's tea time. It's 4:45 and he's like a clock. If I don't have to have a clock in this house. I know when it's 5 o'clock. I'm coming up to it. He's pacing around. So I hope this does finish soon. We're on full throttle here and we don't seem to be picking up any further acceleration. Nice shot. Wow. It's banking there, isn't it, to the right? To its left. Wow, look at that scenery in the background. Lovely. I mean, just trains, I mean, amazing. Fair play. Okay, so we got 3 miles to go. It does feel like you, well, it doesn't feel like a day at work, but on this particular route it does feel like, you know, you are actually doing it for real, because a lot of the other routes quite short really, and tend to have sort of like half-hour scenarios, which are good and are just about right really. But these longer journeys on this route really immerse you. So we got 2.5 miles. We don't really need to think too much about braking, whereas I would if I was in the Class 87. I would be running down now. But this train is rather heavy, I've got to remember, but we are going uphill. But I think we're okay for the time being. What's that over there? It's a signal box, is it? That's 47 with some more oil. Right, so we need to think about slowing down, don't we? So let's put 2 applications of brake in here. It should drop quite easily because I'm going to start recharging my brakes now. Because as you can see, the brake is still being applied. Got it down to 29, which, well, slightly less. More than I bargained for, really. Just need to introduce a little bit more throttle. We have got the brakes off, haven't we? We've got our amber light here in front of us, just about make it out there. We may have to stop before we enter the siding. Double brake application here. I can't see this red light though. Must be around the corner. Broke too soon. I thought it was by here, you see, chaps, somewhere around about here. So that wasn't very well judged. We are going uphill, so I'm really having to push the throttle. Hey, shush! Sit down. So we got the signal to go into the siding, which is that white line. You can see it on the top there, which is veering to the left. We need to drop our speed to 10 miles an hour. Just gave it a little bit more brake there. Looks like we'll have to give it a little bit more. Car seems to shred off that last mile an hour. I need to take it a little bit lower, I think. We'll just leave it on brake application 1, see if that's enough to hold it. A little bit more brake. What's ahead of us here? And we're speeding. How did I manage that? Just 1 second off the ball. Yeah, you've just got to take your eyes off the screen for just, you know, off your screen for 1 second, and still got a bit to go here. Right, almost there. See our red lights now. Just on brake application 1 at the moment. I wonder if it's going to be enough to bring this to a halt. I'm just going to have to take the brakes off a bit there. Right, let's get those brakes on. That'll do the trick. And it says we need to wait for 1 minute. Now, I don't think there's anything else on the schedule here, so hopefully we will be just waiting for a minute, but let's just have a look outside. Yeah, so I have a feeling that this is the end of part 1. I suppose we should do part 2. I might not do it straight away, but at least you've experienced a goods train being hauled by the Class 37, which wasn't a part of the game but of this route, but they've very kindly put some timetabled journeys in for the Class 37, which I'm really pleased about, because I didn't know that was happening, so I was really chuffed when I found out about this. Yeah, I'm not sure what time we're waiting till here. Was there an arrival time on the schedule? 18. Well, it's gone that anyway. It's the trouble, you could be waiting here forever. And there we go. We've actually finished it. Few speedings this time, which I don't particularly like, but I probably wasn't giving it the best attention as my previous journeys. But hey, there we go. So we were due at 17:39. We got there for 17:33. That can off, and then Grayrigg down. We actually got there early as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Take care now. Cheers. Goodbye.